All these females got into the same time. Same time. So whatever. I want to take this.
You could have everything in your life. Money, cars, security, career, successful, money. I said that twice, sorry. Money's not everything. Some would say I'm good looking. Right?
Yeah.
Fit.
Yeah.
Can beat people's asses.
Yeah.
World champion.
World champion.
Can't trust these hoes.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro.
Facts, right?
If you're getting cheated on, we're all
Right?
This is bad. You just won a world championship, yeah.
And that part too.
Oh my God! Like just think in your head, bro.
You gotta throw that in.
Like we're all normal people, bro. Huh? What?
No, I'm kidding.
No, not like that. I'm just saying, like, bro, like this world is like put it into perspective. Like, chat, we're all cooked.
We're all cooked.
We're all fucking cooked. And that's why you need to live in the moment.
Just focus on God. That's it.
For real.
Stick with God. That's it. I think this generation is that cooked.
Seriously.
Yeah. I think we're all cooked. I think you really do need Jesus. Not that I think. You really do. Your mans just got cheated on. That had 2 kids. Sick, right? That's worse than yours.
Hey, okay.
Right?
Yeah, it is.
To an ugly Mexican artist.
Wait, can you type it? Hold on, I gotta see this.
He's ugly.
I gotta see this.
And he lied to me straight to my face.
No way.
She did too, though.
Oh.
You guys will never see me with Drea again. Once you catch your girl at a party without you there, drinking, going crazy with Mexican artists, cooked. And then trying to act like...
Tom Brady. Imagine being Tom Brady's ex-wife. Tom Brady's ex-wife made him choose in between playing football and choosing his family. And we all know Tom Brady actually chose to play for the Buccaneers 1 more year. So his wife decides to file for a divorce. Her and Tom Brady breaks up and she immediately moves on. The worst part about it is, she decides to start dating somebody Tom Brady's already associated with. This is Tom Brady's personal trainer. You can tell this woman was trying to do whatever to make Tom Brady mad. Tom Brady decided to play another year for the Buccaneers and he had an MVP season and led his team to a Super Bowl. Meanwhile, she over here trying to play house with his personal trainer. That's when karma kicks in and he decides to break up with her. Maybe because she's a 44-year-old single mom, washed up supermodel. It gets even worse with Tom Brady's ex-wife, Giselle. Time is finally here to settle this divorce. So she won't have for everything from Tom Brady. This is why Tom Brady is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Tom Brady transferred everything into his mother's name, his money, his properties, everything. So you know what that left Tom Brady ex-wife with? Nothing. The whole time Tom Brady was playing chess, not checkers. So now she owes him half of everything that she owns. Because he don't have anything, he's broke. The moral of the story is, watch who you play with.
We're really great. We're doing really good.
Okay.
Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Akakadash, Yahweh being the true name of Heavenly Father, Yahushai being named for His only begotten Son, who the world eagerly calls God, and Jesus Christ. I want to give double honor to our apostles, double honor to our elders, a great millstone, and touch the truth and will well, and salutations to you, hopeful like person's truth and honesty, sincerity. This is Brother Yahweh coaching a lesson to the spirit power of Yahweh Shai, and this is just going to be a spiritual advice lesson through the spirit. Hey, let the marriage ideas alone. Let them go. These women are not loyal. Okay, just gave you plethora of examples. And the reason why I ended the example with this dragon, Cardi B, is because she has a tour that made $70 million and sold out. Every single concert. And, you know, she forwards that mentality and that behavior of, for one, women being promiscuous and being whores, and two, women being unfaithful and unloyal Okay, through her whole, dramatic relationship that she had with Offset and, the most recent Stephon Diggs. And then, as the Patriots lost the Super Bowl, she, of course, walked off. And come to find out, what they're saying now is that the baby that was supposedly Stephon Diggs has been DNA tested to be her ex-husband's Offset, which she never even fully divorced the guy. She was, having an affair. That's adultery. And the scriptures say the punishment for adultery, the adulteress and the adulterer, so both, the man and the woman, is supposed to be put to death. But this is the generation we're in right now. And for shows to be selling out like that, you got to ask yourself, who is buying the tickets? Because niggas aren't like fans of Cardi B. And, I don't know any men, okay, that are going to say, oh, Cardi B is having a concert, I'm going to go buy some tickets to go see her. No, her music is catered towards baby mamas, single women, whorish hoe behavior. She is a terrible role model for younger women. Okay? Her, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj. Okay? All them black female rappers, man, are horrible, man. Sexy Red is another one. Lil' Kim. And for her tour to be selling out, all of these women are supporting her. Okay, so, brothers, man, hey, let this be a warning to you. Don't even set your heart on saying you got a wife or trying to fall in love with a woman and thinking that it's about to last forever. Look, it's just your turn, man. And for some of you women that are getting mad, you're getting very bitter that men are just not wanting to be serious anymore with y'all, don't want to spend money on y'all no more. You got a lot of black women flooding the internet complaining how chivalry is dead. This is why. This is why, man. You women are homewreckers, okay? You're evil and you're extremely narcissistic and selfish, man. You can call us misogynistic all you fucking want. We don't hate women, but we hate the wicked ones. And then 90% of y'all are wicked. So we hate most of you. Because this is the type of shit that y'all do to us, man. And they're going to make their arguments. Well, Offset was cheating on her. Man, fuck all that shit, man. Look, read your Bible. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Go ahead and try to tell me how they were in a sin and wrong for having multiple wives. Show me a verse within the scriptures where Yahweh condemned Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob for having multiple wives and punished them for that. You're not going to find it, okay? The natural order is polygamy. A man having more than one woman, more than one wife. So you can't use that excuse that man had a side bitch, okay? When that's our biblical, heavenly, lawful right to deal with multiple women. It's not the other way around. Biologically, you are not made to do that. To have multiple partners, man. And it vexes my spirit, man, because I seen a photo earlier. Somebody I know personally, man. Very close personal family member. Posting a lot of pictures of her marital situation. But it's an adulterous situation, man. And it's vexing because, I knew this person well. I knew the two of them when they were together. But they just, women just gloating and proud. Like, posting pictures like everything's all sweet. This new guy that you with. But yet, I know the relationship you had with the other man. Okay? And I know this person very well. Both of them. Both of them are extremely close to me. And she's flaunting this guy all over Facebook as if she's all heaven on earth. But I know he has not done nearly as much as this other man has done for her. Not even remotely close. And the two have history almost a couple decades being together. But that's the shit that's been normalized, man. Women just recycling niggas. Having a roster That shit's normal. No women is talked down upon by doing that, but you got all these plethora of videos of them sobbing and crying and hollering, crashing out on how they caught their man, quote unquote, cheating and all this other shit, man. Hey, look, there's no such thing. But more importantly, man, you know, this right here is just a lesson, okay, to push out for the brothers that's in this truth as we grow in this thing in these end times. The love of many is waxed cold. And you got to remember, you can't escape this curse. This is Amos 7:17. It says, therefore, thus saith Yahweh, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city. What does that word harlot mean? A woman, okay? What does it say here? A woman who engages in sex acts, especially sexual intercourse, in exchange for pay. A woman who is a sex worker, okay? So a woman exchanges sex modern days for a date. A man must take her and spend money on a date, buy her some gifts. Okay, it starts with sitting down with her and having conversation. And these women like to have all these male friends that they put in these backup plans. A bunch of backup plans is what they do. They befriend a lot of men and just lie to their men and say, oh, you're being insecure. He's just a friend. You know, I dealt with a little bitch, man. She said, you know, she had one of her ex-boyfriends from high school had hit her up wishing her a happy birthday. And I said, what the fuck you got this nigga texting you happy birthday for? And I told her, look, we done. If you don't cut this dude off, you got to cut off every ex-dude you got. And I seen another video today. It reminded me of that situation. And that happened to another Jake. You know, he had explained to his woman, hey, he was cheating the car with him. You know, she's like, well, no, I don't want to unblock him. Man. He needs to see that I'm doing better, that I'm still a bad bitch, is what she said. Still looking to make another man jealous, man. You're getting with other men to try to hurt the other man that you're with. And that act of you doing that is punishable by death. Thus saith the Lord. That's adultery. A man can have another woman. It's not the other way around. Okay, but you know, but seeing that example, man, it's very vexing, man. Okay? So a harlot, as a curse, your wife is going to do this to you. So what did Paul say, man? All right, so it says, art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loose. Art thou loose from a wife? Seek not a wife. This is 1 Corinthians 7:27. Okay? So seek not a wife, man. Are you bound unto a wife? Don't seek divorce. You know, you don't want to look for a divorce unless a woman is, one, she stepped out on you, or she's entertaining to step out on you. Meaning she's opening the door to talk to other men. She's got other exes in her phones that she's allowing to communicate with her. She's in contact with them. You know, I had a woman, a wicked demon. She had this dude hit her up telling her happy birthday. He said, oh yeah, you know, I've known him since high school. And every year he wishes me happy birthday. You want me to stop talking to him? I said, fuck yeah, I want you to stop talking to him. No. If you want to stay with me, you got to end it. That's what I told her, man. You know, ain't no such thing as women having friends, male friends. That's all it is. Those are every single male friend for a woman is a backup plan in case it don't work with the man she with. So if she's doing the act of trying to set up all these backup plans, she's not invested in you. Cut her off if you catch her doing that shit. You know? But if it's outside of the adultery, you got no reason to be asking for a divorce unless she's just a dragon in the house. She's tearing your shit up. She's spitting in your face. She's attacking stuff, keeping your child from you. Police having to keep getting called. Okay, it's time to go. She's not going as thou wouldst have her, the scriptures say. Give her a bill of divorce, let her go. That's also an act of fornication. Fornication does not just mean sex before marriage, because for one thing, the act of sex is marriage. So that whole modern day English definition of fornication is off. Okay, but when you actually look up that word, it also means to strive from the law, meaning the biblical law. To fornicate, worshiping other laws, statutes, commandments from the other gods, other cultural norms. That's fornication. Yahweh Shai said, except it be for fornication, you let her go. Okay, so if she's doing that, that's justified. Leave her. You know, but it says, Or thou loose from a wife, seek not a wife. So if you've broken up with a woman, you called, your ride or die, your girlfriend, your actual, legal wife. They might have, some people actually got married on paper. I have before in the past. Okay. If you're loose from that, Paul gave us a suggestion, says, seek not a wife. It says, but if thou marry, thou hast not sinned, and if a virgin marry, she hath not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. And that trouble in the flesh is what we see in the examples of the first clips. Okay, this woman, the first video I showed you, she thought she was about to get proposed to. No, the guy brought the man with him that she cheated on him with. And she wasn't going to say shit. She was going to accept that thousands of dollars worth of ring, have kids with the man, knowing she stepped out on him. That's how betraying and conniving and evil these women are. Don't trust them, man. So if all y'all women get mad that, hey, men ain't pursuing you no more, the chivalry's dead, and you're lonely as shit, this is why. Because y'all keep doing that shit. And you got women that'll get on video saying, I don't do men like that, but have you ever done it before? And 99% chances is the answer is going to be yes. That a woman has cheated on a man, especially modern day women. They all have done it. They all do it like clockwork. Okay? And then they'll gaslight you to fucking hell until the flame is lit. They'll gaslight you to try to get out of the act that they just did and try to change the direction of the narrative of what's going on, and they just got caught. You're the problem. You're the reason for them cheating, Just leave them alone, man. This is Ecclesiastes 7:26. It says, and I find more bitter than death the woman, whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth Yahweh shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Right, man. More bitter than death is the woman. So that they're like the most evil creature on this earth right now. And you got a lot of women that, brothers have dealt with that teach, are the prophets, that labor and do this work. A lot of these women will get on these pages, talk shit about us to our family, to their friends, Sometimes they'll, drag your name through the dirt on social media. And they'll call us, their favorite word I like to call is misogynist. A misogynist is just a person that has bitter hatred for women. We don't have hatred for women because, hey, we love righteous women. We have a sister that directly supports this camp, and we love that woman. Okay, she's an elder woman. She's a good role model as a mother figure. Okay, and she does what she's supposed to do. And there's other women that follow this truth, this ministry, that do what they're supposed to do. They support, they leave comments every once in a while. We see y'all. So, shalom to y'all sisters, man. Akwath. So there's no misogyny here. It's just the fact that we call out the wickedness, and it's just so many of y'all, you guys look at it as misogynistic because we call out every single behavior that the Lord condemns, and you got a problem with it. But the shoe fits, goddamn it, wear it. And y'all just don't want to wear it. Okay, but you just want to hang it around your neck, but you don't want to wear it. But you walk around with them on your body, because you carry out the same behaviors that everybody is sick of it, man. So the men are done, fed up with it. This is why you got a whole passport bros thing turning up, man. You got so many women getting on these social media platforms and complaining. And it's just going to get more worse for you because, hey, this is the wickedness that y'all have been doing over the past, couple decades. Y'all been doing this shit. And it's been getting worse and worse and worse. And here in 2026, it's so bad, man. Like, you really just can't trust none of them. So Isaiah 4:1 is going to come, and that's what we're waiting for. Brothers not really on, pursuing women like that no more. Especially when you're seeing constant examples like this being flooded. It's not yours, man. She's not yours. It's just your turn. It's going to be somebody else's turn. And after that person's turn, guess what? There's another person's turn after that. So every last one of these women cheat. You see Gazelle, Tom Brady's wife. Here it is. The best number one quarterback in the NFL got played, man. The best one got played by the fucking personal trainer who's not even a minute half of his income and success. Don't have none of the kids with the guy. That's who she chose. Because that's what felt good for her at the moment. Because she threw a hissy fit that he decided to do another season, which brung a Super Bowl ring. You see? This is why women need to stay in their place, man. She tore up her whole family and did all of that, man. Same thing with that demon, that dragon Cardi B. Go from one celebrity to the next, man. And now there's rumors she back with the dude. Hey, that's wickedness, man. That's confusion. And you got that type of behavior has sold out concerts. Who's buying the tickets? Ask yourself that. All these women out here, man. They all playing her music in the car, bumping that shit. You know, that Sexy Red, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. Okay? That's the type of shit they into. And that's that demonic energy, that witchcraft that is feeding into the minds of these women, and they just waxing worse and worse and worse. Hey, leave Eve alone, man. Leave Eve alone. Leave these women alone, man. Brothers, just wait. Be patient for Isaiah 4:1, man. It's coming around the corner. When shit is the fan, as society collapse, you're going to have women coming to you, man. Just be yourself and let them come to you. You don't got to fucking chase these whores, man. Don't put your energy, your time, seek not a wife. Because I promise you, you will get your fucking heart crushed. They don't care. They're all about themselves. And judgment is coming for it. So with that, Lord's will, lessons edify. I'm going to close out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles, elders, great millstone, Tasha's truth and will well. And salutation to hopefully pushing his truth and honest sincerity. Shalom.